Hi, and welcome to Travels with Phil. I'm Phil Constantine. On this episode, we are in New York State and in the city of New York City. And you're looking at Central Park, the big park there in the center part of the city, one that many people know about. Most people know about it. They know about New York City. That's where it's located, where the red dot is in the center of the map. And this is it looking from overhead on a Google map. Thank you, Google. And as we zoom in a little bit, you can see here it is a long rectangular park. It was a planned out area. Originally it was rural, and then they decided to keep it in a certain way, but it was landscaped. We'll tell you more about that later. But you can see all kinds of territory there inside Central Park. It is 843 acres. So let's take a look over the city, and we'll do zooming around here just a bit, and I'm going to let you look at the pictures without me doing too much narration here. You can see there's lots of trees here. During the wintertime, they do change colors. Can get very snowy here, and we'll have some picture of that in a bit. Several lakes inside. There's multiple bridges. Every single bridge is different, according to the folks over at the City Parks Services. A lot of spots where you'll see lots of people. Other spots you can be pretty much alone. Go out and rent a boat, roller skate, ice skate during the winter. It's surrounded on all sides by buildings, many of them fairly large. You'll see the carriages going through the park, bicycles, horses. This is the literary walk right here. You may recognize a lot of these places, even if you haven't been to New York, because it's been featured in about 350 different films. Something in New York, they have professional dog walkers. You don't have time to go walk your dog, you can pay somebody to do it. Making big bubbles. Pedicabs. They have concerts, live concerts, Central Park. These are some of the bedstone, the rocks that were left by the glaciers. This is a castle. That's Cleopatra's Needle, actually brought over from Egypt. Here are lots of musicians in the park. Some playing for fun, some trying to make a living. Lots of street dancers out there. Some pretty good moves here. You'll see dancing going on, roller skating all the time during the non-icy months. And they also have a ice skating rink for the icy months. Now, this is a view from up around the Rockefeller Center area, top of the rock, looking toward the north there. And there's the park. So you can see one of those lakes is fairly good sized. And this is what it looks like during the winter. The snows do fall in New York City. There are occasions when the lakes will freeze over. And there's lots of wild animals out there. I saw a turtle when I was out there, about 15 inches long. Squirrels everywhere. So let's talk about some of these rocks. All right, Travels with Phil continues from Central Park. And show you a little bit of the park here. You can see it. Around there's downtown. So I'm on the south end of Central Park, just before Central Park Boulevard. And see what I'm sitting on here? This rock. This rock right here. Yep. Same as this rock over here. Well, a couple million years ago, sitting on this exact same rock was, according to some people, a couple of 100 feet, according to some people, over 1,000 feet, some people even more, glaciers. And that's why here you can see all of these scrape marks in the rock. Because when you've got tons and tons and tons and tons of rock, or of ice, moving across here, and when it's got little bitty rocks inside it, it scrapes it out. So this was the scene of enormous glacial activity right here in New York City in Central Park. Now this is the reason why, these rocks you see right here, this is the reason why you can see all these enormous buildings here, because they are part of the bedrock. And they can build heavy stuff on it. Now when it's sedimentary, you can't really build super heavy on top of it unless you go all the way down to the bedrock. And one of the deals about New York, if you ever check out the New York skyline, you'll notice that far toward the south in that direction, you got the World Trade Center, those areas, and then you've got a big area where there's not a lot of tall buildings, and then as you go further toward Harlem, then you start seeing the tall buildings again. Well, that's because in between those two sections, the bedrock is much, much, much deeper. And over the eons, more and more stuff started piling up on top of it. But that's why you see, now they intentionally left these rocks here on purpose, but literally, according to one tour guide, they had to blast out more rocks in here. They used more dynamite, more explosives to create Central Park than they used in all of the Battle of Gettysburg. Literally, one guy had a great line. He says that Central Park is a landscape painting using landscape to paint it. Natural art. But this was where glaciers were a couple of million years ago. Travels with Phil continues. And the park started about 1857. That's the old use of the park right there. And this is the same basic area now. Lots of folks. And this is one of the original survey bolts from when they were setting up the grid system that set up New York City. A nice view here from the south looking toward the north. There's the castle again. That's the Bethesda statue right there. There's Cleopatra's Needle. That's at the southern entrance to the park. Hanson cabs, police department. Seen weddings out there. That was the wedding I took a picture of. Beautiful foliage. That's the Dakota in the background, where they have the concerts. You can see here part of the lake's freezing over. Literary Mall there again. Central Park.
Ils en parlent encore. Tu vois, parce que c'est leur
See, you got to be in a New York traffic jam without having to leave home. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up by clicking on the button below. You're welcome to leave comments below as long as the language is family friendly. And finally, if you'd like to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel by clicking the button over on the bottom right-hand corner. Thank you again for watching.